What's up, YouTube? I'm just going to go live here on Instagram and TikTok. Hopefully they don't invent more social media platforms. All right, here we go. Let's go live. Let's go live. Live. There we go. One phone there. Let me get the TikTok phone. TikTok. Hey, what's up, Cloud? All right, TikTok. We're going live on TikTok. Just give me one moment. Hey, what's up, Instagram? What's up, John? I'm just going live on TikTok here. I'm a little bit slow. One second. What? Okay, fine. Not enough space. All right. Programmer is a large word. All right, there we go. Going live. Hey, what's up, Popeye? All right, I've got my two phones on here and YouTube. I can see three versions of me. Okay, hey, what's up, everybody? Hey. We're going to talk about code today. Still waiting on your phone call. We had a scheduled call today. I had a scheduled call? Or you had a scheduled call with Nathan? If you had a scheduled call today with Nathan, just send an email to nathan@devslopes.com. What's up, Halashake? Can you please provide tips on how to get entry-level iOS job? I sure will. What's up, PJM McKinley? Oh, yeah, I did miss 2 days. Been so busy between DevSlopes. I got some book stuff going on, and I just bought a house. Well, and so that's all going through. And so life has been super busy. And yesterday I had one meeting, and it went. And this was supposed to start right after my other meeting, but then I totally spaced it because I was just meeting after meeting and stuff. So anyway, yeah, it's taken me 10 years to buy a house, actually. When you run your own business, it's not very easy. But anyway, nobody cares about that. Somebody asked about iOS tips for an entry-level job, and it's the same for anything. What you need to do is go build some freelance projects. You go onto Upwork.com, you take on easy projects, a $100 project, a $500 project. Get 3 to 5 of those on your resume and then start applying for jobs. It's going to give you experience, okay? If you're not getting a reply and you're serious about joining the DevSlopes Academy, just know that we are super backed up. So if you're super serious, ready to do this, and you know there's a cost, right? So like the DevSlopes Academy is the cost of about a semester of community college. It's very easy to get into, though, and we've got payment plans and financing options. So if you're that person, you're ready to do this, just send an email to nathan@devslopes.com, and he can get in touch with you. We're behind on our application list. So are the housing prices crazy in Texas? They are in Austin. Austin, if any of you are thinking about moving to Austin, don't. You will not be able to buy a house. Rent is going through the roof. Austin is a madhouse. It is a madhouse right now. I'm actually moving out of Austin, more towards Houston. So, yeah, nice cap. Just working on the API. Yeah. Should I master JavaScript before moving on to React? Absolutely. You can learn React just to fiddle with, but you will not be a good React developer until you master JavaScript. I actually know a few developers in my years who they learned React and the tools and all the plugins. But then when they actually had to build something hard, they couldn't do it because there wasn't a tutorial for it because they didn't know JavaScript. You've got to learn JavaScript. You've got to master JavaScript if you want to become a developer. If you want that 6-figure salary, you gotta master code. Okay, you gotta be good. You just gotta practice. You gotta be good. What front end stack can I learn in a month with programming knowledge? If you already are a programmer, I always recommend HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. I think that's a really great stack. It's highly used. It's very employable. Anyway, That's what I have to say. What about Angular? Angular's great. It's a great thing to learn. There's plenty of jobs for that too. I've used Angular on projects. It's great. Where are you from? I'm in Austin, Texas right now. Moving towards Houston area pretty soon. And I'm from California. Can you talk about data structures and algorithms? How important is it? Hey, what's up, everyone on TikTok? Vue versus React. So I'll get back to that. So can you talk about data structures and algorithms? How important is it? Well, it's important to know that everything you do with code has data structures and algorithms. A variable is a data structure, right? So you have to know the basics. Now, all you need to do is keep doing coding challenges. If you want to get better at code, do coding challenges. There's no magical thing to this. Do coding challenges and you'll get better. Keep applying, keep getting better, keep applying, keep getting better. You don't need to know anything crazy, okay? Just keep applying and keep getting better. If you want to get your data structure and algorithm skills up higher, join the 30-day code challenge. That's our 30-day code challenge specifically designed to get your core programming skills up. 30daycodechallenge.com. We have it for JavaScript and we have it for Swift. 30daycodechallenge.com. Okay. Vue versus React. React's more popular. They do the same thing though. Good source to learn React. Just start with YouTube. I'm an electrical and robotics engineer. Programming is closer to hardware. Programming closer to the hardware is far cooler. Yeah, you definitely can do that. I mean, to each their own, I guess. Some people don't like doing that. Some people like focusing on user interface. But that's awesome. Do you think it's easy to make 100K as a programmer? Nothing's easy. I'm not going to tell you anything's easy. But what I can tell you is it's something that you could obtain in 12 months, 18 months. I've seen people do it. One of my students I placed as an iOS developer, their very first job ever, paying $120,000 a year in the United States. So it's possible. It's not easy. You'll never hear me say it's easy ever because it's not easy. You need to be coding 3 hours a day for 6 to 8 months straight to get your very first job. Okay. Most people hit the 100K mark after about 2 years. If like your first year, you're a programmer, second year is when you hit that mark. But again, I've placed people in less than 18 months making over 100K in the United States. Do you work with Flutter? I have a course on it actually. Yeah, trying to learn and make a game. Awesome. Mark, how do you handle the mental game of being a developer? I feel I'm getting the material, but then I think, what if I can't solve the problem? Will they fire me in my first job? Yeah, Mac, don't worry about it. Everyone thinks that stuff. Like we all do. Every developer's like that. Every developer's like that. Even me, right? Like you just need to go in with confidence. We're all learning. We're all getting better. Don't worry about it. All you got to do is get in the door. If you can get in the door and land your job, you don't have to worry about anything. You're like on the team. Everyone's happy now. You just got to get through the door. Don't stress about it. You'll be fine. You'll figure it out. I promise. Getting there is the hardest thing. Getting in the door. If you can pass those hurdles, those obstacles, the confidence, all those things, if you can do that and get your first job, you are good for the rest of your life. Okay. You mentioned a lot about programming. What about soft skills? It's important depending on the company that you go to work for, especially for startups. So when you work for a big company, I kid you not, most of them, all they care about is your skills. You just need to prove your skills. Like that's it. They don't care about anything else you offer. They just want a particular skill. When you go work for a startup, it's going to be a lot different. They're going to be like, okay, well, what else can you do? What else can you do? Oh, and if you're like, okay, well, I actually know Excel spreadsheets. Well, that's great because I have this Excel thing I need to figure out with the code in JavaScript. So like there are soft skills, personality skills, project management skills for startups that can take you a long way, but they're not as important for huge companies because they just want their cubicle minions in their desks to do their one particular job, which is fine. A lot of people like that. Best language to work as a freelancer. There's so many. I mean, you can't go wrong with JavaScript. You can't go wrong with React as a framework. You can't go wrong with Python. You can't go wrong with WordPress. The list goes on and on and on. If I'm missing your questions, everyone, I'm sorry. I've got 3 streams going on here, so I'm trying. So thoughts on Shopify development as a growing niche? There's huge opportunities there as well, too, as a Shopify developer. There's one girl I know who makes like over 6 figures. When I say over 6 figures, like probably over 500K or more a year doing Shopify development. You can do some stuff there. She does all freelance. She has her own little company now. Does high school graduate have the possibility to be hired as a programmer? Yes. Apple's actually even hired programmers out of high school. Absolutely. You just got to have the skills. How much time does it take to be stable in one job? With programming, like, I don't know what stable means, but to be good, like, I don't know how to answer your question. I don't know how to answer your question now that I think about it. Reword it. I'm a beginner looking forward to learning to become a self-taught full stack developer. Is it possible? And any suggestions what to get started with? Okay, Priyanka, are you from Ukraine? If so, здравствуйте. So yeah, full stack, you totally can do it as a freelancer. I don't recommend full stack for people who are looking to get a full-time job for their very first job, but for freelancing, sure, because you can do the front end and you can do the back end. You can build a whole thing for a client. You can make some good money. I always recommend HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and then for the back end, it doesn't matter. You could do Node, or you could do Python and Django or Python and Flask. Easy. What's the best bot library in JS? I don't know. What about Python? Yeah, it's hot. There's lots of opportunities there. Can you recommend me to start a road to learning mobile development, Anas? Yeah, check out some YouTube videos. On DevSlopes, we've got some free YouTube videos. You can check that out. We've got actual paid programs too, the DevSlopes Academy, where we actually train you and then we help you get a job. And that's devslopes.com/apply. I started my career as a COBOL developer. Nice. OG. What about data science? Can we cover 6 months portion? Yeah, in data science, there's lots of opportunities for jobs really fast. You can do that in 6 months. They even have boot camps for data science. Can I get Nathan's email again? Nathan@devslopes.com. NATHAN@devslopes.com. How can you become mid-level iOS developer from junior developer? Spend a year at a company and keep upgrading your skills. After your first year, you can go switch jobs. Go get a new job and you'll get a bigger paycheck. For a person who wants to be a programmer and has no prior experience, what language would you suggest? I would suggest JavaScript or Python. Now, keep in mind, pick a tech stack. What do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? Pick a tech stack first. I want to be a web developer, okay? I want to be a mobile app developer, things like that. Pick your stack, then learn the language. Let's go look over here on TikTok. Sorry, I'm behind. Have you ever needed to scrape a website? Yes. I wrote a program in Node.js. There was a software company that was building software for dentists, and they wanted all the dentists' phone numbers in the United States. So they paid me to build a web scraper that scraped telephone numbers off of every dentist website. They had like a list of 50,000 dentist websites. And I went through, I used Node to scrape through the website and pull off all types of phone numbers. I had to use regex and all kinds of other things. And then it parsed it out into a CSV file. And then I sent it to them. They pay me some money for that. So there's opportunities there. I don't even know if that's legal. That was a long time ago. It's probably not legal. It's definitely probably not legal in the European Union. Those guys have ruined our lives. You ever see like every website now says, we use cookies. Well, you know what? The only one who cares is the European Union, and they've made the whole world do it. We all have to have ugly pop-ups on our website because of the European Union. Thank you, European Union. Hooray. Hooray for that. How much should I focus on algorithms and data structures? To get your first job, not a lot. Just learn the basics. You'll get your first job. If you want to go work for Google, you'll need to have more knowledge. You got to be really great with it. But it's all about practicing code challenges, okay? Getting better at solving problems and doing code challenges. What's the difference between JavaScript and Python? They're just simply two different scripting languages. They can both do lots of different things. They're multi-purpose languages. Any views on ethical hacking? There's lots of opportunities there. Great money, great everything. Definitely worth looking into if that interests you. Okay, how long to be a React developer? I've learned HTML, CSS, SQL so far. Yeah, learn JavaScript and learn React. Spend 6 months doing that stuff, 2 to 3 hours a day. Then you'll be pretty good at it. Would you learn Flutter or Swift if you're a beginner? Flutter is only great for your own projects or for freelancing. If you want a full-time job, learn Swift. What about finding bugs on websites or any social media apps? If you're asking about like work in that field, I don't know. I get people who send me emails from like India. They'll say, dear kind sir, we will gladly find bugs and issues on your website for a low monthly price of $300. Like I get random emails like that, but I don't think anyone needs that. I started my coding. Okay, yeah. What is Shopify development? Shopify is an online store where you can sell stuff and you can customize things. So they often hire programmers to customize these stores to do things. So can we run vanilla JavaScript on Node? Oh, absolutely. Node is just a JavaScript interpreter. That's all it is. It's a compiler, more or less. React front end or iOS development for first job. Which one has easier barrier and entry, low competition? Cameron, if you live in the United States, I'll tell you right now, you can get a higher paying job more quickly with iOS and Swift than you can with web if you live in the United States. Now, keep in mind, you've got to love iOS. But iOS developers are some of the highest paid developers in the world for the incredibly low amount of knowledge you need. And the reason for this is because there's not enough app developers. I can place people far easier in an iOS job in the United States than I can web technologies, because the web you have to learn a little bit more. And when I do place the web people, they get paid less than iOS developers. Like a entry-level average web developer is like 75,000. When I place iOS developers, it's like 85 to 90,000 sometimes. So there is it's the same thing for Android and Kotlin as well, but Android and Kotlin is a little bit harder. You're in Santa Monica. Yeah, Cameron, and iOS, Santa Monica, endless amounts of jobs there. I lived there. I worked there. Endless amounts of jobs, high-paying jobs. You're right there. So iOS definitely, and Swift. How much can I make as a freelance developer if I live in Mexico? It doesn't matter where you live. Newell, it doesn't matter. It's just about having the skills and closing the deals. Oh, I like that. Having the skills and closing the deals. I work with a team from India, a husband and wife. They make over $100,000 a year in India. They live in one of the poorest cities in India, but they work for American clients doing amazing work, and they make over $100,000 a year. It doesn't matter where you live. Just make sure you learn English if you don't know it well, and then have the skills, and you'll be fine. Make sure you get on the phone. Getting on the phone and video conferences are so important. It's the key. It is the key to having success as a freelancer, is being on the phone. Most developers won't do that. They're too scared. They won't get on the phone. They won't close deals on the phone. They won't get on Zoom. If you can do that, you will be a winner. You will have lots of success. Most people won't do that, though. Hey, Dev Slips, Kennedy from Nigeria. I currently on HTML, JS, CSS, and JS. I found your tutorials are helping a lot. Thanks a million. Awesome. 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 I've done a course on HTML, CSS, so I should practice it for 100 hours, then go towards JavaScript or learn JavaScript. No, just learn JavaScript. HTML, CSS is super easy. I'll be real honest. Like, it's easy. Compared to JavaScript, like, when I teach people to code, they're like, oh, I'm doing great. I just learned HTML, CSS. And they're like, I'm a programmer. And that's great. And then I give them a high five and I say, actually, you're not. Just kidding. You were just kind of learning templating stuff. That's not coding. And then I teach them JavaScript and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. So my point is, spend your time in JavaScript. HTML and CSS you can pick up, along the side. Easy. Does a master's graduate with Python certificate programmer would get a job easily? No, not necessarily. Nothing's easy. Nothing is easy. A degree is not going to do anything. Personality and skills and a whole bunch of other factors come into play. A piece of paper doesn't mean anything. I get people, look, Prem Sakanduru, every day I get an email from someone that says, dear kind sir, I have master's degree from such and such institution in India. I know PHP, SQL, this and this and that and that. I have a combined experience with my team and this and that. And you know what I do? I just throw it in the trash. I don't even care. None of that stuff means anything to me. I want somebody who's going to live and breathe my project, who has the time of day to get in touch with me, who wants to be part of the team. I don't care about the credentials. I care about so many other things. And then I test their skills and see what they can do. I don't care. And a lot of companies in the United States are just like this. We don't care. We want skills. I'm 15 years old, want to become a developer. Go ahead and do it. Do it. Start now. Start on YouTube. I've completed iOS Bootcamp by Angelina, but I still can't find a job. Do you think it's not enough to complete this course? Should I take one more course? Shucks, buzz. I tell people this all the time, man. Endless courses aren't going to get you anywhere. Stop taking courses. You need action. You need to build projects. You need a mentor. You need a coach. You need a plan. You need to apply for jobs. You need someone to look at your resume. You need to be doing all these things. Courses are stupid. We don't make courses anymore at DevSlopes. Everything we do now is coaching. Our 30-day code challenge, we have coaches, we have missions and projects, things that you do. In the DevSlopes Academy, we train you and we coach you. We give you code support. You get live meetups every week where you can talk with real humans. You need mentorship and you need people looking at your code. Is it good? Is it bad? So many other things. Courses aren't going to get you anywhere. Stop taking courses. Don't take any more. Do not click the buy button when Udemy does a $10 course. Apply for jobs. Find a mentor. You need someone to work with you, help you have success. And for those of you who are listening, that's what we do at DevSlopes Academy. We train you and we coach you and get you a job guaranteed. Why? Because unlike a boot camp, where boot camps kick you out when the program's over, we don't kick you out. We train you and we coach you until you have success. We tell you what you're doing wrong. We tell you what to improve on. I had a student who came join the program. And after a week in the program, he asked me for a refund. He said, this is hard. This is so hard. I'm just going to drop out. And I said, no, you're not. You're not going to drop out. You're going to keep working. You're going to keep doing this. We will keep helping you. He pushed through, and now he's having amazing success. Okay, here's the difference. Everyone goes through that, right? You're going through that with an online course. Everyone goes through it. But here's the difference. When you don't have a coach, you don't know where you stand. When you don't have a path, you don't know where you stand. You don't know how close you are to a job. At the DevSlopes Academy, we will train you and coach you. Myself and my team personally work with you until you have paid work, whether that's a freelancer or getting a full-time job, guaranteed. So if that interests you and you just want success and you want to stop wasting your time, apply. That's devslopes.com/apply. Okay, devslopes.com/apply. We will help you have success. No more courses. I'm going to make a new hashtag, no more courses. You know, JP, everyone says that. Everyone tells me I don't need the training. I don't need the training. I just need the coaching. And then we come in and they need the training. Everybody needs the training. If you're not working, JP, if you don't have a full-time job, if you're not a paid professional developer, you need the training. I'll tell you that right now. You need a coach to tell you. You don't get to decide. You don't get to decide where you stand. You need someone who's a professional, who's already there to tell you. You have to have someone like that telling you if you're ready. Don't tell yourself that you're ready. Someone else needs to tell you. Someone else needs to look at your code. When was the last time somebody took your big, huge project and broke it down and told you what's good, what's not good, what you need to fix, what you need to change if you want to get a job? When's the last time someone did that for you? What do you think about using JavaScript and Flask together? That's fine. Flask for the backend, yeah. You dodged an ex-mainframer's question. How rude. Jag. What did Jag say? I don't even know what a mainframer is, Jag, but I started my career as a COBOL developer, but lost touch of coding as I moved to testing projects. How do I get back coding? Jag, do my 30-day code challenge, man. It's 30 days of code. So 30daycodechallenge.com, 30-day code challenge. Every day for 30 days, we give you a mission. And here's the thing. Each day is unlocked one at a time. And when it ends, you actually lose access. So you can't skip days. You have to do it every single day. It forces you to code for 30 days. It's the kick in the butt that you need to go with it. And we have it in JavaScript and in Swift. In the future, it's going to be Kotlin. We're working on it now. But it kicks you in the butt. It makes you do these things, data structures, algorithms, and it's just fires you up. It fires you up. It is the coolest thing ever. We have coaches and weekly live meetings in it as well, too. 30daycodechallenge.com. That's a good way to get started. Sorry, I missed your question. Woo! If one wants to learn iOS development, but I don't have the fees to own a MacBook, don't learn it. You get a Mac first. You get a Mac first. You will not have success if you don't get a Mac. If you're serious, you're going to have a Mac. I know that may sound rude or harsh, but there's no future for you if you don't have a Mac. There's no future for you as an iOS developer if you don't have a Mac. Make it happen. What's the best way for me as a Canadian to get a dev job new to the industry? There's great jobs in Canada. No sweat there. Just, you just do normal things. Learn to code, apply for jobs. There's lots of stuff going on in the tech industry in Canada, in Calgary, other places too, Vancouver. Say my name from India. Oh, I don't even know how to say it. Kaushal Nagar. Future of Vue. Vue is just like React, but less popular. Is it okay to leave a job for more salary? The answer is yes, but make sure it's the job that you want. If you get a job that you don't like or bosses you don't like, it's going to be miserable. But yes, absolutely. Also, the first thing you should absolutely do, though, is ask your boss for a raise. They'll probably say no. It's always easier to get a new job with a higher paying salary. It's always easier. Also, some advice I have for you, for everyone. It's easier to get a new job when you don't need one. When you don't have one and you're desperate, you lose bargaining power. So the best time to get a new job is when you have a happy, fine job. Because then you can apply for somewhere and you can be like, well, you know, I want to make a career upgrade. Right now I'm here, but I'm not growing. I want to grow in salary. I want to grow in this. And then all of a sudden they know if they want you, they have to pay you more money. It's pretty simple. So now you can't have that conversation if you got fired or let go. It's a whole different ballgame. You lost all your bargaining power. Where's the best place to start building iOS apps? You shouldn't show your face. Okay. How long for a beginner to become a full stack developer? You know, spend like 6 to 8 months, 3 hours a day. It could take longer. That's fine. Shahazim, what's up? Best country to work for software? United States, like hands down. That's where all the money is. I mean, there's opportunities in India too, but like if you want to make big bucks, like I know people in India who do work for Americans. You just make lots of money. It's just the truth. United States, United Kingdom, those two countries are going to give you the highest paying and most opportunities, but easy. Australia's on there too. Canada's on there too. How much do you charge for training? Art DevSlopes Academy is the cost of a community college semester, around the cost of a semester of community college in the United States. And we've got payment plans and financing options available. All right, I'm running behind on all of these comments here. What time is it? All right. Yeah, everyone wants to go to heaven and nobody wants to die. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Cameron, I'm going to screenshot your hashtag, no more courses. I think we're starting something here. No more courses. Okay, I really want to learn programming. I'm passionate about it, but I can't even afford a PC. You've got to get a computer. Get a Chromebook if you need to. Get something. My advice to you, if you're serious, and I don't care where you live in the world. I know everyone's in tough times and worse times than other. You get yourself a computer. Go get yourself a computer. Make it happen. Whatever it takes. What do you think of CYSE degree? I don't know what that is. I started the process to sign with the academy. Awesome, awesome. What's the best program language to start with if you're a beginner? You want to be a game programmer, then learn C#. Learn C# and Unity. How much for a real course? Our DevSlopes Academy course, yeah, it's a program. It's not a course, a coaching program, and it's about the cost of a semester of college, a community college in the United States. Wow, you guys are asking the same questions over and over on TikTok. That's really annoying. I don't know what CYSE degree means. If you know C++ and you want to learn Swift, it wouldn't take you very long to learn it. Just applied. Oh, awesome. Awesome, 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 guys and gals. I'm serious, though. At DevSlopes, I will work with you until you have success. And I give opportunities to my students, too. I've got about 10 different students that I've hired to do stuff for me, working on helping them get jobs and things like that, too. Like, I'm really invested in your success. Once you're in, and we coach you, and it's no nonsense. We'll hold your hand, but we also pull you, and we don't let you give up. We don't let you quit. We're just in your face because we want you to have success. Cybersecurity or computer science, it's up to you what you want to do. Praggy, what's up? Are you the owner of DevSlopes? That's right, I am. Can we apply to DevSlopes if we do not live in the USA? Yes, you can. We have international pricing as well too. How to enroll from India? Yeah, it's devslopes.com/apply. But just so you know, it's a paid program, Newman. It's about the cost of a semester of community college in the United States. So go look that up to make sure that it's in your range. We have payment plans and financing available, but let me just say, I've got about 5 students from India, but I have about 5,000 people who apply from India, and almost nobody can do it because they can't afford it. And I don't have any special anything to make it work. I'm not there yet. So I've got like a handful of India students, but like 5,000 people who've applied who can't join it because of finances. So just so you know, it's devslopes.com/apply, but it is a paid program. But once you're in, and it doesn't matter where you live. We work with you until you have success. How much are your classes? It's a training program. DevSlopes Academy is a training program. devslopes.com/apply. We coach you and we don't kick you out. We work with you until you have success, and you can take it while you have a full-time job. Yeah. One of my students actually sent me an email 2 days ago. They joined the program, and they're like, the program, it cost them some money. And this was another student who wanted to quit. And we didn't let them quit. We kept working with them, and they just closed their first $5,000 deal and made more money back than they paid. And this is in less than 3 months. Like, there's huge opportunities in programming software. What makes DevSlopes different from other boot camps and schools? So we're not a boot camp. We're a training and coaching program. Boot camps are 16 weeks typically or less. And what happens is you go there in person with live classes, a live teacher, which is not great because they teach you, but they don't stop and slow down. If you get left behind, you get left behind. The class has to keep moving, right? Because they got to keep funneling in new students. You often have to quit your job to do it, or they sometimes have a part-time program that lasts like 6 months. Those programs are going to run you $15,000 to $25,000 to even $35,000, and you're going to get less of an experience. The DevSlopes Academy, you can do while you have a full-time job. So you do the training, and then you submit assignments, and we grade them, but we grade them on your schedule. You join the weekly live meetups, okay? And we work with you on your schedule, which is awesome. So as you're going through, you submit the assignments, you do the quizzes, the exams, and we work with you one-on-one. You get stuck with code. We send you videos back and forth. It's all asynchronous. And what's cool about this is we keep working with you until you have success. So once you're in, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. Some people, it takes 6 months. Some people, it takes 4 months. Some people, it took a year for one person, a year and a month to get their first job. That's okay. It's about maintaining your life and your family, while also being able to learn to code and having coaches like me help you have success. That's what's different. Those 16-week boot camps are not enough to get you a job. They're good. They teach you some good things, but they're not enough to get you a job. Like 99% of people who leave coding boot camp have to continue learning more before they get their first job. We keep working with you. You'll have coaches all the way to the end. Books for front-end developers? I really don't know, to be honest. I don't have book recommendations. How do you manage all your work and social media at the same time? So I no longer do the social media. I manage it and guide it and give my influence, but I have a social media guy now. His name's Connor. He puts together all those things for me. He's become a master at it. And he helps me manage the comments and things like that. So I can't manage it all anymore. So, I do respond to comments sometimes, but so does Connor. So that's how it works. But I'm here, and this is really me here on the live stream. How can we work with USA or UK clients for freelancing? Yeah, you can go do Upwork.com and find UK and American USA clients. I got to wrap this up, everybody. So many great questions. If you want to increase your coding skills, like get started for super low cost, and this is not the academy, but you want to just get back into code, or you want to learn it real fast, go to the 30daycodechallenge.com, where it's 30 days of intensive training and coaching, a new mission every day. At the end of the 30 days, you lose access. So it forces you to have success. That's 30daycodechallenge.com. And you can always apply for DevSlopes Academy at devslopes.com/apply. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today. And we do this Monday through Friday at 3:30 p.m. Central Time.